Hi everybody, and welcome to an art lesson with Miss Chloe. Today, the materials that we're going to need for our lesson are a pencil and some colored pencils or crayons and a piece of paper. So if you don't have those in front of you already, go on and get them right now. And we're going to be doing a project today called The Forest. We're going to be drawing the forest. All right. So I've got my paper here. And I'm going to write my name at the bottom of my paper. And I'm going to write the date. It is 9/15/2020. Excuse me, everybody. Okay, let's make this a little bit bigger. All right. So I have my paper, long ways, or landscape, because we're going to be drawing the forest. Let's title it. Up in the top left-hand corner, we'll write our title. Forest. Great. The forest. The forest is something that we're going to be learning about a lot in second grade. So I thought it would be fun if we did an art project that focuses on the forest. All right. The first thing that I want to do is, as with any landscape art, we're going to draw our horizon line. And remember, the horizon line is the line that separates the sky from the ground. And I'm going to draw it a little bit lower this time. I'm not going to start in the middle. I'll start a little bit lower towards the bottom of the page because I know that I want to have a lot of space in the top half. All right, there's my horizon line. And I know that this part on the bottom is the ground, and all of this area up here is the sky and things up against the sky. Start by drawing some trees, okay? The way I draw trees, Y-shaped trees. Watch me first. I'm gonna do some trees on this side, actually. I'm gonna start with a Y shape. So that's one, half my Y. Second part. And if your branches go off the page, that's fine. Okay. I'm making a Y shape here. Okay. And then I make Y shapes coming off my big Y shape. Those are going to be branches. That one actually looks a little bit more like the letter V. Yeah, let's say letter V's, letter V branches. Y's and V's, Y's and V's. Okay. All right. I'm going to draw another tree on the other side of my paper. Y shape. Looks like an open letter Y. More Y shapes coming off of that. And these are the branches of my trees. Y shape. Cool. All right, now we need to add some leaves. So there's different ways that you can add leaves on a tree. I'm going to demonstrate both ways here. With this Y-shaped tree over here, this is how I'm going to add the leaves, okay? I'm going to add fluffy leaves, and this is how I do it. I do a curly shape at the top of my Y shapes, a curvy shape, and then I'm going to come all the way around, and I'm actually going to use these leaves right here, the curvy shaped leaves, to frame my title. So I just created a frame for my title, The Forest. Let's do some curvy shapes on these Ys. Check it out. Curvy shape on top of my Y branch. Curvy shape. Curvy shape. Starting to look more like a tree. Some curves. Curvy shape going right off the page there. Cool. So that's one tree. Another way you can do leaves on trees, tiny ovals. You start with one Y-shaped branch and you just do ovals. Now this takes a little bit longer, but I think it's can be really beautiful. And you can go all the way along the tree, filling it up with oval shaped leaves. Nice. Right, so we have two different kinds of trees, or two different kinds of leaves on our trees, two different ways we can draw them. A curvy leaves and oval leaves. Now, the curvy leaf is a little bit easier to draw faster, so we're going to draw some more trees in the background, all right? Now, the closer your object, such as this tree, is to the horizon line, okay, the smaller it's going to get. So I'm going to make a tree, a Y-shaped tree back here, a little bit closer to the horizon line, okay? And we're going to make this one actually much, much smaller than the one that's in front of it. I've got my Y shape here, and I'm doing different Y shapes. We've got a tree in the background here. And I'm going to do curvy leaves all the way around. Make one even smaller back here. It's even closer to the horizon line, so it's going to be super small. That one's just one Y with curvy leaves. Okay. And you can do the same over here. One much tinier tree close to the horizon line. The closer it is to the horizon line, the smaller it's going to appear. Okay, forest. Let's make a path through our forest. Start at the horizon line. We're going to start super small, okay? So watch what I do first. Make a line coming out, curving all the way to the end of my paper. All right, now you're going to do another line. It's going to come out. It's going to start getting further and further, making the path look like it's getting bigger and bigger as it comes towards you. Cool, huh? That's called perspective. When you see things in the distance and up close in a piece of art. Let's add some grass. Straight lines can make the grassy forest floor. I'm going to save this area over here because I want to do some forest animals. So what kinds of animals might we see in the forest? What do you think? What kinds of animals might we see in the forest? Well, when I think of forest animals, the first animal I think about a rabbit in the forest. I've seen a rabbit in the forest. So let's do a simple shapes rabbit right here. Forest animals. I'll start with an oval for a head, a little circle for an eye. And then we're going to do 2 long ovals for the ears. 1 long oval, 2 long ovals. Great. Let's do the body. Watch me. Curve. Curve up and around. And then we're going to do the bunny's tail. Great. Do a nose and whiskers. Got your forest bunny. What are some other some other animals that live in the forest? I was thinking maybe you could do a forest bird. We have a little space at the top of our tree here. And of course, second graders, you can put any kinds of forest animals into your forest. But I'll show you how to do just a couple. So bird, I'm starting with the head. I'm going to make it a little bit above the branch because I know the bird's body is going to be sitting on the branch, right? Circle for the head and then oval with a point for the body. Okay. Triangle beak, dot for the eye. And if you want to do the wing, I do wings with a curve and then close it out with some bumps. Curve, some bumps. Kind of look like feathers, right? Maybe? I think we need to draw a couple more trees. I'm going to draw some more. I'll make this one a little bit farther from the horizon line. Cool. Later on, maybe next week or the week after, we'll start doing art projects that are just based on trees. You know, we'll want to talk about the tree itself. I have a little bit of space back here. Wonder what I could put. Well, since this space represents something that's off in the distance, far, far away, but not so far away we can't see it, something off in the distance, I'm thinking, what might I see off in the distance if I were standing in the forest? Maybe I might see the mountains. So let's draw some mountains in the background, okay? Starting at the horizon line, let's do some big triangle shapes, soft triangles. There you go. Cool. You might even do a couple, draw them behind the tree here. You want? We've got some space left over. Do some more mountains. And then we've got some more space in the sky. Let's do the sun. Draw the sun in the sky. shining through the leaves and on the trees in the forest. Tell a story with your art. Cool. All right. Let's get out our colored pencils or crayons. All right. So I have a couple of different colors of green here. And the way I like to fill in a landscape such as the forest is to start at the bottom and move your way to the top. So I'm going to start by filling in the forest floor. Grass, maybe there's leaves. I could draw some leaves on the forest floor. Okay, I'll start, when I'm filling in an area that looks like grass, I'm just going to do the same kinds of lines as I did before. Instead of filling it in scribble scrabble, which we don't do, it's nice to create a texture. And if you have two different colors of green, a dark green and a light green, you can mix and match. You can add some dark green in there. Go with the light green. Cool. Now let's do our Y-shaped trees. Pick a nice brown for the bark of the tree, And what I like to do is I start by outlining my Y-shaped tree with brown first before I start filling it in. I'll do the branches, outline, outline. See, I'm just getting the outline of the branches first. And I'm going to do the ones in the background as well. Just the outline. Cool. Now I'm going to start filling in the bark. And if you have two different browns, you can mix them. Make it really special. Maybe a little bit lighter on top and a little darker on the bottom. That's how we fill things in when we're drawing something outside. The sun is shining, it's light on top, it's dark on the bottom. Light on top, dark on the bottom. Let's fill in our leaves. So same deal. I'm going to start by outlining my curvy leaf shape. And I'm actually going to do this with two colors. I'm going to do it with a dark on the bottom and a light green on the top. Going around all of my leaves. I'm just outlining them. Outline to start and then you can fill. afterwards. Okay. I'm using 2 different colors of green, the light green for the top, the dark green for the bottom. That's pretty good. I need to get my tree in the back there. All right. Now that we've outlined our trees, we're going to fill them in. I'm going to fill them in half dark green on the bottom, half light green on the top. Be sure you don't color over your title. You want to be able to read your title still. What I'm doing here, I'm noticing it's a little bit darker than I want it to be. So when that happens, you can get a white crayon or a white colored pencil and you can actually go in and lighten it up a little bit. That's what white crayons and white colored pencils are for. They're for blending. They're for blending. Okay. Nice job. So the way that I'm filling in my leaves right now, I'm just doing kind of little circles. Just filling it in there. And when I outline my art before I fill it in, it makes it so much easier. And I think that it turns out a lot nicer too. So we're going to go ahead and fill in this tree with the oval shaped leaves. I'm going to outline it first. We'll do the branches, the Y-shaped branches first. Y. Okay. Right. This is a different method for creating leaves or filling in leaves on trees. So you can, you wouldn't outline each one of these. What you can do is you can just do a dot for each leaf. Try it. Dot, dot, dot. You already have a pencil outline here that you're using. Kind of nice, huh? They almost look like real leaves. So I'm going to just do one branch here to demonstrate. What you do is you fill in the leaves you did in pencil with a dot, and then you can actually get in here with a different green and add dots in the white spaces between the leaves you already did, and that's really beautiful. Like that Those almost look like real leaves. Yeah, cool. Really nice. Okay, so you can fill in your Y-shaped tree with the oval-shaped leaves in that way. I'm going to show you one more trick. Go ahead and grab a brown or a purple. I'm going to do purple. My mountain's in the background. So I'm going to start by outlining the mountains along the horizon line, just like that. I skipped over the bunny's little ear there. And then you're going to go and trace the top of your mountain with your color. Cool. Now, this is how you could fill in a mountain. Remember when I was saying dark at the bottom, light on top? So what you do is you'd start by putting in some color at the bottom, make it nice and rich and dark. And then as you get closer to the top, start filling in lighter, pressing down less hard, pressing down lighter and lighter. Press down so right there. There we go. So that the idea is you've got a little bit of white or blank space at the top, a little bit lighter at the top. And that makes the mountains look more realistic. You can even get in here with your white crayon or colored pencil and actually fill that in, blend it. So we're using our white crayon to blend our colors together. Cool, huh? Realistic mountains in the background. Awesome. Let's finish filling in our forest. Don't forget to do the sun. Very nice. So cool. Really beautiful. All right. So that was our forest artwork lesson. I'm going to let all of you artists fill in the rest of your beautiful, beautiful forest landscape. Please post your finished artwork to Seesaw so that we can share it with the rest of the class. I love you and I'm proud of you. I'll see you all very soon. Thank you. Bye.